You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
First this morning, 2 people shot in a southwest Atlanta neighborhood, one of them dead. Details on who police are looking for in connection to this shooting.
Cracking down on gangs trying to bring in children, what the governor and his network are doing to further the mission.
It will be a warm afternoon, another one, as temperatures will be heating up into the upper 60s, but we'll have a few clouds. Any rain coming out of those clouds, I'll let you know in the full forecast straight ahead.
First this morning, we are following breaking news out of Atlanta. Police now searching for a teenager after a double shooting.
This morning, we know one of the victims is dead. Our Ariana Manise is tracking those developments. Ariana, now we've learned some brand new information just within the last 30 minutes.
Police are searching for a 15-year-old male suspect who they believe killed one person and shot another. One of the victims is reportedly the suspect's mother. She's here at Grady Hospital recovering this morning. Now, police tell us this happened Monday evening around 4:30 at the Princeton Lake subdivision just off of Camp Creek Parkway. When officers arrived, they found a 40-year-old woman shot, which is the suspect's mother. She was taken to the hospital alert and conscious. A 25-year-old male was fatally shot, and neighbors that we spoke to at the scene, they say they heard a crowd of people fighting before several gunshots. Now, police searched throughout the area all night, and now we know that they're searching for a 15-year-old male suspect. They're asking anyone with any sort of information to help them solve this crime to give them a call. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. Sticking with your 11 minutes of nonstop news, Atlanta fire officials are working to find out what caused a fire that damaged a historic black funeral home on Auburn Avenue.
The Cox brothers funeral home played a key role during the civil rights movement.
Now, this is what is left behind here. Crews are now working around the clock to clean it all up. The funeral home, which was started by a mother and her 2 sons 15 years after the Civil War. It was originally located on Pryor Street before finding a home on Auburn Avenue. This was also the first funeral home in Atlanta to use a motorized hearse. The Atlanta Fire Department says no injuries were reported in the fire and the cause is still under investigation.
No closed-door meetings and no negotiations. That's what more critics of the Public Safety Training Center are saying this morning. Atlanta University Center students say they rejected Mayor Dickens' invitation for a closed-door meeting, and now they are planning a protest against what's being called Cop City. It's happening tonight on Morehouse's campus.
The Georgia Supreme Court taking up a big case surrounding guns on college campuses. Back in 2017, state lawmakers removed colleges and universities from designated school safety zones where weapons are banned. 5 University System of Georgia professors say their safety is at risk, and that move violated the Board of Regents' constitutional authority over the university system.
State leaders are trying to pass new protections to keep older Georgians from getting scammed. The legislation would help Georgians over the age of 65 or anyone 18 and older who is either mentally or physically challenged. It would allow investment firms and advisors to delay any suspicious transactions by at least 15 business days while they investigate. And that was a look at your Tuesday morning headlines.
Good morning, Chesley. A cool start making way for a great afternoon.
It is going to be a beautiful afternoon temperature-wise. Now, it's not going to be the prettiest of days like we had yesterday. We had an 11 on the wazometer. Today at 10, thanks to a few extra clouds, it's going to be moving into the area. Now, 62 degrees will be your temperature by noon, on our way to 68 for an afternoon high. That's right. Those temperatures will approach the 70-degree mark, back down to 60 by 7 o'clock tonight as you're walking the dog. Still got partly cloudy skies out there. A few raindrops back off to our north and west. Way out there. We're not worried about anything here, at least for the next couple of days. In fact, we're going to watch this system as it starts to intensify a bit as it moves into the southeast. Today could bring some severe weather down into the Houston area. There is a level 1 threat there, marginal risk for severe weather. The rest of us stay on the dry side. Our clouds will increase tomorrow. The severe weather threat grows. As you can see, that yellow indicates a slight risk or a level 2 threat out of a possible 5 from Memphis all the way down to New Orleans. That level 1 threat extends into Birmingham. Now, as it moves further to the east, it will weaken. And so you just see the light green area over the North Georgia area at level 1 threat. It's now down south into the central and southern portions of the state. For us, showers for the most part. Maybe a clap of thunder or two. That's what we'll receive starting on Thursday morning as the system gets a little bit closer. Today, though, our forecast track model shows we'll be in and out of the clouds today. They're thin, so we'll get plenty of sunshine through the afternoon. It won't be until tonight that we'll start to see the clouds increase. In fact, we'll start you off on Wednesday morning with mostly cloudy skies. There may be a stray sprinkle or two in some spots. That'll be it. Not all of us will see the rain because it's only a 20% chance, and that will be through the day. Most of us will just remain on the cloudy side. Now, Thursday morning, we start off with mostly cloudy skies. Here comes that line of showers and thunderstorms, but again, it will be weakening as it moves towards us. So just a few scattered showers will be around from the morning into the afternoon. I think by late afternoon, according to our model, it begins to dry out. You get drier air working in here, but I think there'll be a few more clouds around for your Friday, although we will be a little bit drier on Friday, and those temperatures will start to cool off a bit as we head toward the upcoming weekend. Until then, enjoy this warm up. 71 degrees will be your high temperature on Wednesday under mostly cloudy skies. 66 on Thursday with some showers around the area. 20% chance will linger into early Friday morning, but for the most part, we'll begin to clear that out. We'll keep the mix of sun and clouds in place. 63 degrees for the high, and then really feeling the cold as we head into the weekend. 36 degree start on Saturday morning. We'll only make it to 48 for the afternoon high. 29 degree start on Sunday. We'll rebound a little bit with the sunshine at 55 degrees.
What's happening today, Governor Brian Kemp staying committed to a campaign promise to continue cracking down on gangs to keep kids safe. He's hosting a meeting for his anti-gang network.
11 Alive's Molly Oak joining us now. Molly, today's meeting comes as Georgia lawmakers are pushing for tougher sentences for gang members.
This morning, the governor and attorney general will be talking about anti-recruitment efforts. This comes on the heels of a bill making its way through the legislature. Take a look at your screen. Yesterday, senators advanced that bill, which would crack down on gang-related crimes. It would add a mandatory 5 years to prison sentences for anyone convicted and 10 years for people convicted of recruiting minors. Now, it passed on a 6-3 party line vote and now moves to the full Senate for more debate. Now, this bill comes from a continual push from Governor Brian Kemp to fight gang activity in the state. Just a few months ago, we got new details from the governor on the GBI's gang task force, which reported it investigated nearly 450 gang-related cases and charged more than 170 gang members. Today's Georgia Anti-Gang Network meeting should run from 9 to 10 a.m. Back to you all.
Molly, thank you. New this morning, families and their little ones will stroll over to Georgia's Capitol and rally around issues impacting our little ones. Liza Luke is here, and Liza, that conversation with lawmakers today, it is also going to focus on child care.
That's right. We all know cost and accessibility, they have long been barriers to finding good quality child care, but advocates tell me the pandemic really has strained the system. Now, advocates say child care issues in Georgia are now at a crisis level, and there's a need for more affordable spots for kids to help parents get back to work, plus a call for higher wages and support for child care workers who care for these children in their most formative years.
Time between a child is born till they're about 3 years old is the time where they build a foundation for later learning, and that can only happen in high quality environments, but those have to be affordable for families.
So again, parents are going to join the push today, asking lawmakers for more support and more funding, and they're also going to talk about things ranging from teacher salaries to improving access to paid family leave. Again, Strolling Thunder kicks off this morning.
Liza, thank you. We are counting down to the State of the Union address. President Biden is set to talk to Congress and the nation tonight. He's going to touch on his accomplishments and goals for the future.
NBC's Bree Jackson joining us from D.C. with a preview.
Good morning. President Biden delivers his second State of the Union address tonight, and White House officials say the president will take an optimistic tone, talking about how far the country has come in the 2 years since he took office. The president is expected to tout accomplishments, including record low unemployment and rebuilding the nation's infrastructure. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the governor of Arkansas, is expected to deliver the Republican response to President Biden's address. On Capitol Hill, Bree Jackson, back to you.
Join us here on 11 Alive tonight for special coverage of the State of the Union address. NBC's Lester Holt and Savannah Guthrie will host live team coverage and real-time analysis of President Biden's speech. It starts at 9, and stick with us at 11 for your local headlines.
We are looking at some clouds moving into the area today, but it's not going to take away from our sunshine. Plus, it's going to be warm out there. 62 degrees will be your afternoon temperature, or temperature by noon. The high today will be up to 68, so it's going to be a warm day with southerly winds about 8 miles per hour. By 6 o'clock, you're driving home, you're looking at 64 degrees with partly cloudy skies. We'll see the clouds thicken for tomorrow, get up to 71 degrees for the high temperature with only a 20% chance of the rain. Better chance coming to us by Thursday with a 60% chance for the rain, especially during the morning and early afternoon.
Mr. Trivial Pursuit, how many days did you say till spring?
41 days.
41 days.
All right, we're getting ready to go work on our spring summer bodies. Crash is our new personal trainer.
No, really?
Yeah, I was going to say, we won't be posting pictures, but okay.
I may snap a few. I may just snap a few.
Today's show's next. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a great day, everybody.